It not only means making sure you can keep your family's doctor or keep your health care plan if you like it, but also that you can afford to do so.
We're going to put in any legislation considered by the House or the Senate the protection of you as an individual to keep the health insurance you have if that's what you want.
If you like what you have, you will be able to keep it. Mr. President, let me say this again. If you like what you have, when our legislation is passed and signed by our president, you will be able to keep it.
In fact, we guarantee it.
Well, 2 million folks are discovering otherwise. 2 million. My next guest is one of them, Diane. She is an 11-year cancer survivor, very happy with her health care plan when she had it. Now she's being told she's got to give it up because of the health care law. Amazing. Diane, first of all, how are you doing now, health-wise?
I'm doing wonderful. Neil, I'm doing wonderful. I am a very proud and grateful breast cancer survivor, and I am very concerned about my health care as well as the health care of all survivors.
Well, I'm glad you're well there. Now comes the nuisance factor that could make anyone sick, and tell me what you encountered.
Okay, I currently have a Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO 80/20 plan, okay? And it has been affordable to me, and I want to reiterate that. I want to say that one more time. It has been affordable. I have been happy with it. And now I'm being told it's substandard.
Now, when they say it's substandard, we should explain this to people. Substandard means that with the new requirements the government has to cover pre-existing conditions, to cover more folks, that they've got to be brought up to speed, and that doesn't come cheap. And that's what makes it substandard, because now to keep up with that, you're going to have to charge more. In your case, how much more were they talking?
Okay, well, once again, my coverage currently would be stopped as of December 31st. My premium going from $363 to $713.
Wow.
My deductible is going from $1,750 to $3,250. And Neil, I want to address that thing about the essential health care benefits. When I contacted Blue Cross Blue Shield, they told me that the reason that I no longer had the right to choose to stay with my plan, as I was told I did, was because I was not being grandfathered in with the date of March 23rd, 2010, which is when the Affordable Care Act was signed into law. Okay? So they told me that they were migrating, quote unquote, migrating me into the health care marketplace. I view this as a loss of my right.
Also,
okay.
Migrating is the word they're using. Transitioning was the word that was used before, that no one's getting their policies canceled. They're transitioning into a government plan. But let me ask you this. Those who are for this health care law and sing its praises say that folks like you, for whom they say are the minority, not the majority, they insist that with subsidies and everything else, you will end up paying about the same, if not less. Do you qualify for those subsidies?
Okay. Okay, I want to say this for the middle class and myself in the middle class. I've worked hard my entire life so that I wouldn't be a burden on the system. I want to continue to work hard as a baby boomer well past the age of 65. I believe in this country giving me the right to do that. Why do I want to go onto a health care marketplace and take a subsidy which would further burden this country? I work with low-income seniors. I'm an advocate for them. I fight for their rights. I'm fighting for my rights right now. I want to continue to retain what is affordable to me. That part of what is going on with health care wasn't broke. Okay? We were trying to get coverage for people that did not have health care. It does not make sense. Two wrongs don't make a right. You do not cripple the middle class who has no safety net and make them part of the bigger problem to get everyone to have health care.
Now, your views on subsidies notwithstanding, and they're very admirable, Diana, would you even qualify for them? We had a couple of folks yesterday who similarly had policies rejected and thrown on to new ones that they're told to have to pay a lot more, who said their income level would not qualify them for any sort of relief, so they're going to pay those higher prices whether they like it or not.
And that's horrible. I can't even find the verbiage to describe that. The bottom line is that why are we tending to put people into a category that have functioned? They have functioned. Neil, I've worked my whole life. I've paid for my insurance. I've been fortunate to do that. But I come from a very old school ethic, which is all the seniors I serve. My parents taught me a work ethic. I've been fortunate to apply that work ethic to my life to pay for my insurance. It was affordable for me right now. As of January 1st, it's no longer affordable, and that's what I really want to say here, is who is accountable and who will take action to fix what is unaffordable in this Health Care Act. The Act says it itself. It's the Affordable Care Act. I'm not seeing it, and it's not just affecting me, it's affecting tons of people. It is not, what was the word you used, that this is the rarity, okay, right?
Well, the exception. They say you're the exception. Because then I'd like to know real quickly about your plan, whether they warned you this could come, or whether they said, you know, we're not quite sure that the plan and the benefits we provide to you can continue under the new health care law once it's up and running. Were you given any sort of heads up, or did this just come out of the blue?
Oh, this came out of the blue, and the interesting thing is, because I do work in federal state benefits, I kind of knew what was coming.
Wow.
So when I did contact them, they said, well, a letter will be coming out to you, and I believe, I can check my facts, that I contacted them right before October 1st. I don't think I got the letter seriously, and I will double check so that I'm giving accurate information. I don't think I received the first letter till after October 1st. There was no forewarning here. I was under the impression, because I have some knowledge, that I actually was going to be able to keep my privately held insurance.
Wow.
Okay? So there was no warning. There was no warning not just given to me, but tons of people. So, you know, we are not the exception. I'm here telling the American public the truth as it was not told to me. Okay?
Diane,
and I believe in that.
Wow. I'm telling you, just hang in there. I'd like to talk to people like you, because I think you're right there on the front line. You're dealing with this, and it's not the way it's being portrayed in the mainstream media, certainly by the administration or those pushing this law. There are more like you than we've been told. But Diane, I wish you well. Certainly continued good health. You overcame a heck of a scare there. I hope there are no more to come. Thank you, Diane.
Neil, can I say one more thing
please
before
do.
we close? I want to read one thing. President Obama said, and I quote, "We will keep this promise to the American people. If you like your health care plan, you will be able to keep your health care plan, period." I took him at his word. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate it.
Wow. Diane, thank you very much. Okay.